baseline.
Unlucky break there for Simmons.
Yeah, he made a nice rebound and then only to have it go. Just take a bad bounce.
Second half.
St. Joe's looking to capitalize on this mistake here.
LaSalle nearly got a hand on the basketball. Great look inside, maybe too much heat on it though. Tough for Jaden Vargas to handle off the Harper pass.
I thought that ball was on the line, but Bill Chiavarelli was right there. If it was, he would have made the call.
Yep, so St. Joe's prep basketball with 6:02 to play in the third quarter.
Sorry, guys. This is the second half of the St. Joe's prep.
Wow, nearly out of control there. That would have been a tough one. They thought about the home run pass. Instead, it's Sam Brown.
You know, a very lengthy possession there for St. Joe's, but no basket was acquired.
A deep three. Nick Sperano, nothing but net.
He was almost in the first row of the stands.
I agree. Elite shooting stroke there from Nick Sperano.
And Chris, you can speak to this as well, particularly last year when LaSalle surprised a lot of people. Had 4 guys averaging more than 10 points. Maybe it might have even been 5 guys by the end of the year. Count that one, and one. Jackson Gaffney with a big answer. But you felt like Verano, Simmons, Charles Ireland last year, guys that were all shooting the ball really, really well. Simmons and Nick Verano didn't have the same start to this year as they did last year. And now you feel like just at the right time, these guys hitting their stride.
Yeah, if you look at their averages, they're creeping up to something very similar to last year. Last year was the first time that LaSalle had 4 of its 5 starters average in double figures, which was really unheard of. Chris Williams replaces Charles Ireland in the lineup, different kind of player, where Charles had a much better three-point stroke. Williams has a stronger move to the basket.
Horace Simmons, how about that move to the basket? Got his own rebound. That one was blocked by Gillowette. Great play. Tristan Gillowette making life difficult inside. Gaffney. McKee wide open for 3 off the back screen. And nothing you can say about that play. Jason Harrigan's going to love the look he got. Williams. 4:30 to play third quarter.
See if the Explorers are patient here.
They sure are, really deliberate. Leading by 13. Nick Verano for 3, count it!
That basket right there is a result of some really great intentional ball movement right there. Love to see it from the Explorers.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Jennings passed on 2 nice jumpers that are certainly well within his range to make that shot, make that pass and open up that shot for Nick Verano.
Well, and you're right. It's the old give up a good shot to get a better shot.
Yeah.
Can Tim Jennings make that shot? Absolutely. He showed us that over the past 2 times out. But Nick Verano, in rhythm, hot, give it to him.
Yeah.
Coming off the screen, not forcing him to put the ball on the turf, and I think that's a big part of it. Catch and shoot, Verano, as good as it gets.
I agree. Great example right there of some quality team basketball.
And it was the Explorers who called the timeout there.
Interesting. Yeah, just a 30-second timeout. Maybe to get a substitution on the floor. I don't know, though. I didn't see anybody go to the table.
Yeah. I think it was more to talk about defense. That if they can get another stop, come down and get another basket, it really opens up a sizable lead for the Explorers.
I would agree. The Explorers really expanding that margin as we enter the second half.
Yeah.
We're going to continue that.
And with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to play, here in the third quarter, it's LaSalle with its largest lead of the evening, 41-25 over fellow rival in the Catholic League and 6A foe, St. Joe's Prep. It's Gaffney cutting into that deficit. Off the glass, count it, and 1.
Yeah, it's 2 consecutive possessions that Gaffney's made that drive and layup and got the foul.
Tremendous work from Gaffney there to stick with the basket there. Ignoring the contact, putting the ball in the basket. Another chance to make it a 3-point play here. for the Hawks.
Gaffney at 68% from the foul line on the year. Unable to convert.
He's missed 2 in a row now. Failed to convert the three-point play on 2 consecutive possessions.
LaSalle's done a great job of being deliberate in the offensive set, getting a shot on every possession. Can they do the same here? Sam Brown nearly traveled with it. Instead, Gaffney picks up the personal. Just Gaffney's first, team second. Remember, St. Joe's Prep went the full 16 minutes in the first half, only with 2 team fouls, so nobody in trouble on either side. LaSalle just with 2 after picking up, I think it was 4 by the time the second quarter concluded.
February 1st. Trying to start.
Joe Shields come to the basketball. Tough there with the half-court stripe. Great job to elude the pressure. Horace Simmons off the assist from Sam Brown.
Nice with
pass
authority
from
Horace Simmons right there.
And that's all Joe Shields.
Yeah, he's stuck with it.
It's really easy for the pace to kind of pick up in your head there when you're in that pressure. Nick Ferrano picks up the steal. Chris Williams is trailing. What a pass! And LaSalle's in business.
Yeah, a great look by Nick Ferrano to see a wide open Chris Williams.
Nick Ferrano there with a brilliant skim pass. Love to see that ball movement. Time in and time out.
LaSalle looking for another steal. Joe Shields, 50-50 ball. He'll pick up the personal. Mike McKee, the head coach of LaSalle, he's going to have no problem with that effort. You want him to go after that 50-50 ball. Nobody in foul trouble. Game just came up a bit late on it. We talked about nobody being in foul trouble. This is the one guy that is. Joe Shields, at least on the board, says it's his 4th personal foul.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think they've had a total of 7, so that's quite a proportion of that balance, huh? Tough drive inside, right over the front rim and down. Jaron McKee. Big bucket there for St. Joe's Prep.
You know, McKee drawed a lot of really great contact layups so far this game. Obviously continuing that span.
An important 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the third quarter. St. Joe's Prep looking to crawl back into this basketball game. Full court pressure on LaSalle. Poked away from Chris Williams, and we'll do it again.
That's nice pressure by the Prep.
I agree. I think the biggest thing right now for the Prep is looking for a way to sort of rush this LaSalle offense into making some mistakes in the second half.
Now, I beg your pardon, but in college, they would need to get this across in the next 5 seconds or so, right? The 10-second doesn't reset. I don't know that rule has changed in high school yet. Horace Simmons doesn't seem to matter for LaSalle. They continue to get great, easy looks when St. Joe's Prep pressures full court. Luke Brown checked into the game for St. Joe's Prep, as did Thomas Hart. McKee dribbles into and gets out of trouble. The 3 is no good. That was Brown off the bench. Brown at 6'7". Thomas Hart averaging 6 points per game, a senior guard. Harrigan deeper into his bench than we've seen at all today. That 3 is no good. And team rebounding there by LaSalle. It's Williams that comes up with it. Numbers, and he just dribbled that one off his foot.
It's a shame.
Unlucky play there. Williams possibly moving a little bit too fast.
Now, there's a gentleman with a storied history that coached here, Speedy Morris, that never went deep onto the bench. You rarely saw a 7th man.
Right. I mean, there might have been there might have been 12, 14 players on the bench, but 7 played, sometimes 8, but rarely.
I don't know if that's analytics or reverse analytics, but hey, he won a lot of basketball games over a long period of time, running with his guns and his main guys out there. Speedy Morris, a legend here at St. Joe's Prep and across the greater Philadelphia area.
And it's tough to question any Speedy Morris decisions.
That's exactly right. This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball. If you're looking for AAU basketball this spring and summer, Next Play Basketball, started by Matt Paul and Ryan Ansel, is a program designed to help players elevate their game and prepare to play at the next level. Next Play has boys and girls teams from 4th to 11th graders and is based in Delaware and Montgomery County. Visit nextplaybasketball.com for more information about tryouts and other programming. Also want to tell you again about Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Our favorite realtors here at LaSalle and on Bob Long Sports. We appreciate everything they've done for me and my wife personally, and also for allowing us to do what we do here broadcasting LaSalle. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, go talk to Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle. A minute 12 to go in the third quarter. LaSalle with a 17-point lead. St. Joe's Prep needs a good minute and 5 seconds here to climb back into this one and make it manageable heading into the fourth quarter. Thomas Hart, he'll try. Couldn't hit it. They've gotten a few decent looks from beyond the arc. They just haven't gone. And now LaSalle with 45 seconds left. Danny, if they can take this one down, why not? Limit a St. Joe's Prep possession?
I agree, and a 3-point play makes this a 20-point lead for the Explorers. That would be crucial.
Nick Sperano thought about that coming off the screen, didn't he? That would have been a deep one.
Certainly contemplated it.
They're going to try to get him a better look than that.
And in the next 20 or so seconds, 21 on the clock right now. Sam Brown, that's a great look, just didn't hit it. And Hart's out ahead of the traffic. They just didn't see him in time. Olin Chamberlain, nice job by Horace Simmons to stay down. Final 7 seconds of the quarter. That's a tough shot. Won't go. Sam Brown with 1. And that's the end of the third quarter. LaSalle leads by 17. Heading to the fourth here on Bob Long Sports. This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance, run by Chris Marr, a proud LaSalle ambassador on the alumni board. Class of 1989, sent his 2 sons here to LaSalle. Property and casualty insurance firm. If you're looking to maybe have a kid that's a student at LaSalle or some other institution here locally, he or she is about to get, oh boy, a license. Chris, I know you went through that not too long ago with your son. You know, the rates are going to go up, and Chris can help you through that process. Make sure you have all the proper coverages. E&M Insurance, we appreciate their partnership. Proud supporter of LaSalle. And then Jamison Poorhouse, family, food, and fun, run by the Wade family. A great spot to go before, during, or after the game. Check them out. Great TVs, great food, great drink. A family atmosphere at the Jamison Poorhouse. Heading to the fourth quarter, guys, and a long way to go here, but Chris, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for LaSalle.
Murder's Row?
Something like that, but also the number of games they're going to be playing in a short period of time. A Wednesday slate against Newman Goretti.
At Newman Goretti.
At Newman Goretti on Wednesday. We're not able to broadcast that game. They're partnered with NFHS, and so that is a subscription-paid service, and that game has to be streamed exclusively on that site. We'll certainly be following along on Wednesday, but won't have the telecast for you, and then back home on Friday evening.
Friday, a huge game for the Explorers, taking on Archbishop Wood, state finalist, if my memory serves correct, Bob.
State finalists, yes. Lost to Reading in the state final.
Of course, Wood, a fantastic program over many years.
Gillette tries to bully his way inside.
Oh, Tim
LaSalle
Jennings
pulls
with a
it
nice
away.
block.
And here's Sam Brown the other way. Here's Tim Jennings with his back to the basket.
LaSalle certainly will be elongating these possessions over the fourth quarter.
But poked away. This is Thomas Hart. And he's fouled hard by Ryan Sorge. That's how St. Joe's Prep is going to get back into the basketball game. Turnovers and coming back the other way to get some easy buckets.
St. Joe's Prep's going to have to start to play very aggressive between trying to trap and then going for the steal.
Fun. 7:23 to go, and LaSalle leads by 16 points over St. Joe's Prep. 2 of 2 at the line for Hart.
Horace Simmons will check back in for the Explorers.
Full court pressure from St. Joe's Prep. Again, as mentioned, they got a turnover in the last possession. They need to elicit some more. Horace Simmons to the basket, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2 at the line. Foul called against Jalen Harper.
Horace Simmons originally looked for the pass there, trying to see if he could kick it out to the key, but to no avail. He'll be sent to the line for 2.
I don't know if either of you have the eyes good enough to see who's across from us in the stands, but I wonder if Aaron McKee is not here watching his son.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't know the Temple men's basketball schedule offhand either. That would be a big part of it.
That would be.
Certainly.
Be tough to be in both places.
Although both are quite close to one another.
They are.
That's true. But something like Houston, for example, is not
Right.
a place where they could be going in a conference basketball game. Certainly the A-10 was a better geographic fit for Temple, but playing in the American Athletic Conference. And coached by Aaron McKee. Contact, I thought we were going to get a call there on Cyberlick, but did just enough to avoid the foul call. Vereno in rhythm, that's no good. Cyberlick keeps it in, but saves it right to St. Joe's Prep. Hawks coming the other way. Harper, good finish. Jalen Harper cuts it back to a 15-point game. So we talked about Newman Goretti on Wednesday, and then Archbishop Wood coming to LaSalle on Friday. Well, after that, Roman Catholic comes to town the following Monday. Horace Simmons hits the long 2. So not only is it Murderers Row in terms of 3 of the best teams, maybe the 3 best teams to this point in the Catholic League, poked away from St. Joe's Prep by Chris Williams, but it's also the remaining 2 6A basketball opponents in the Catholic League. And if LaSalle gets the win here today, they'll be 2-0 against the other 6A opponents in the league, St. Joe's Prep and Father Judge. Now, it is done on a total standings basis, but winning those games against fellow 6A opponents, very important in terms of securing one of those 2 spots.
Having the head-to-head is really important.
Here's Sam Brown. Sam Brown, he is fouled, and that is the 4th team foul against St. Joe's Prep. That should be on the floor. But Sam Brown has a way of taking no numbers and making it not matter.
He's just so fast, so strong.
I mean, that was 1-on-3, guys. But it's kind of like when you're trying to tackle him as a running back. You got to set the edge and push him to the middle of the field, because if he gets to the outside, he's gone. And that's kind of what happened there. Chris Williams, good finish. The blow-by with the right-handed dribble, a 19-point lead.
Fantastic finish from Williams there. He has 8.7 averaged on the year.
Oh. Count that one, and 1 for Jaron McKee. kind of lulled Chris Williams to sleep there, coming off that ball screen, and then Nick Sperano trying to react. Little bump, good finish with the floater.
The end one is keeping St. Joe's Prep in this.
Piece by piece.
Timeout called. Jason Harrigan, 5:38 to play in the game. "30-second timeout on the floor. Chris, maybe we can source some other results. I'll tell you about one. LaSalle hockey took down Holy Ghost. Was it Holy Ghost Prep today? I believe so.
I think it was.
In a 4-1 hockey game. Congrats to Wally and the team. Chris, I'm not even sure you're aware of this, but Wally Mulebrunner, Rob Johnson had asked, hey, if I'm available to call the St. Joe's Prep versus LaSalle hockey game next week. So not our last LaSalle St. Joe's Prep event of the winter here. So we're looking forward to getting out to Hatfield Ice again and calling that basketball or calling that hockey game. I think that's next Wednesday at 4:00 p.m. LaSalle still in control, 5:38 to go, a 16-point lead. And a dangerous pass, but that actually hit the bottom of the stanchion there, so that's going to be LaSalle basketball. It can hit the top, right on the top of the backboard and being okay, but if it hits directly underneath there, that is automatically out of bounds. Fortunate there for LaSalle.
Oh.
And a corner three for Nick Sperano.
Nick Sperano surely loving those corner threes.
Connor Cyberlick saw wide open Nick Sperano.
And Cyberlick got actually his foot on the basketball, not a kick, and LaSalle's going to come up with it.
Hustle play there from Williams right there.
What a nice hustle.
Fantastic job of just poking the ball free. Explorers looking to facilitate on this possession.
Whoa.
Simmons fouled. He'll shoot two. And again, it was good defense until he tried to rise up. And then the lower half of Luke Brown caused the foul. Another look. Simmons to the line. Once again, your broadcast team, Bob Long, Danny Rovey, LaSalle class of 2024, and then Chris Carabello doing color commentary as well as camera tonight. Appreciate him doing that.
And Bob, it does not appear that Temple there would be any conflict for Aaron McKee tonight. So
okay.
Maybe he is in the stands.
There you go.
I have it on good authority that Micah Shrewsbury is in the stands for all of his son's games.
There you go. Braden, a highly touted junior. Although if you check the ESPN rankings, there is a player on this floor, Horace Simmons, that's one spot above Braden Shrewsbury.
I did not know that.
In terms of the state rankings in Pennsylvania for juniors.
Horace Simmons, many D1 offers as a junior. Surely more to come across this season.
4:43 to go. Fourth quarter, largest lead for LaSalle. Trying to cut into that is Olin Chamberlain. Make that Jaron McKee, beg your pardon, number one from the corner.
Jaron McKee for three.
One thing LaSalle has started to do, and this is a really binary and simple thing, but Chris, they're scoring more points. And turnover there from Chris Williams just kind of slipped right on the S of Speedy Morris there. But they're scoring more points, and it's because they've been more efficient, because they haven't been turning it over as much. And all of a sudden it becomes a little bit of a track meet to keep up with this LaSalle team. That becomes a challenge.
They're scoring more points through balanced scoring.
Yes.
That they're having those four guys, Chris Williams, Sam Brown, Nick Sperano, and Horace Simmons, all putting up significant numbers.
Sure. I mean, against Father Judge, when Horace Simmons had 28, Nick Sperano, he had 19.
And Chris Williams is almost averaging 10 points a game. So they're almost at that magic statistic they had last year when they had four starters averaging double figures.
And again, they're not going to get there tonight, but put up 74 points against Father Judge. I mean, that's tough in a 32-minute high school basketball game. You're doing something right at that point. Horace Simmons, just the sixth team foul against St. Joe's Prep. One more and LaSalle will be in the bonus. St. Joe's Prep in the bonus as LaSalle has 17 fouls. That's the second against Luke Brown.
Egan 102 to 63, so.
And a giveaway. Here comes St. Joe's Prep the other way. McKee, great look on the baseline. And just the threat of the 3.5 block Horace Simmons was enough to dissuade Jalen Harper. One more look. Again, Danny, good look on the baseline, but here's Horace Simmons.
Horace Simmons just providing enough pressure there to oust that bucket out.
Joe Shields will pull this one back. Good decision. And Verano will do the same with 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Verano given an open three. That one wouldn't go.
It was a good look, though.
He's hit from that spot twice here in the second half. That one wouldn't go either. The rebound is finished by Luke Brown. Timeout on the floor. 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
You know, despite both teams scoring, LaSalle does find themselves still in the driver's seat by far.
Yep. Oh, sure. Yep. It's just hanging on to the basketball, making your foul shots when the time comes, not turning it over. Chris, the other thing that I was going to check on was wrestling. I don't know if there's a way to get that update, but I know there was a Catholic League Championship being hosted at LaSalle today at 6 o'clock.
Between Conwell-Egan and LaSalle, LaSalle had an early lead, but then you never know how the weight classes fall into where they started.
Yep. Our buddy Rob Stott, who broadcasts football with us in the fall, is an assistant coach under Ben Courtney with a tremendous wrestling program at LaSalle. Wishing the best for the wrestling program, not just tonight in the Catholic League Championship, but as individuals continue on through states, team states, all that other.
And LaSalle will continue as a team because
win or lose, right?
Yeah, win or lose, because by wrestling against Conwell-Egan, a smaller school, both teams advance to the state tournament.
Right.
So LaSalle will wrestle for the District 12 championship, and Conwell-Egan will do the same, and both have an opportunity to advance in the state tournament.
Out of the timeout, it'll be LaSalle basketball, and no doubt the message, Chris, was simply, let's find a way to get across the timeline, not turn it over, get to the finish line here. And that's a great way to do it against the zone defense. Get it to the middle of the zone. What a great cut. Chris Williams, the assist to Nick Verano.
Chris Williams, an elusive finish right there. Quality basket there.
This team is prepared right now against the full court. That just looks like they have practiced and practiced and practiced, not to mention some chemistry between two seniors that have been playing together for a while. Sam Brown up near the St. Joe's Prep Hawk logo.
I don't know. They make my hat. Would that be awesome if they did?
Shields with 1:53 to go. LaSalle in no hurry with 1:42 on the clock.
I was just going to say, certainly taking their time with this one.
Yeah, I think LaSalle's content with a backdoor, or they know they're going to get fouled.
Yep, and that's the 7th team foul against St. Joe's Prep. LaSalle in the bonus.
LaSalle has a very good team, I gotta say that.
A complete effort tonight from this LaSalle team, guys. And we're seeing more and more of that as the season goes on here. I thought on the road at Devon Prep was a pretty complete performance. Winning that game in overtime, a lot of grit and heart down the stretch. Particularly when they were down by 5 points at one point in overtime. Danny, a couple of possessions, and I know we called that game together. That was an incredible effort. Seasoned, veteran, ability to come back down 5 in overtime.
I agree. To add on what you said about just showing pure heart, pure grit, that's truly what LaSalle did. I can't articulate it better myself.
And then a win on the at home, I beg your pardon, against Father Judge. Chris Williams. He's done a great job scoring the basketball. Maybe a little bit out of character in terms of turning the ball over. He's done that 3 or 4 times tonight, but a nice effort from this starting 5. A lot of them coming off the floor right now. On the floor for the Explorers, Connor Cyberlick, Ryan Sorge, Caleb Bryant on the floor, Joe Halferty, and James Barczyk.
Yeah.
.56 seconds to play.
Good.
And Cyberlick comes up with the rebound. Chris Carabello, you mentioned it, but that foursome of Sam Brown, Chris Williams, Nick Sverano, and Horace Simmons. Of course, Tim Jennings, part of that starting lineup as well. Joe Shields with a lot of time. But those 4 guys playing their best basketball at the right time. We've talked a lot about Chris Williams' game. A guy that has such a unique flair for the game. Second leading rebounder at 6'3". Maybe the team's best back to the basket scorer. Reminds you of a guy like Jalen Brunson when he played at Villanova. To go along with 2 sharpshooters in Horace Simmons and Nick Verano. Both of them can get to the basket as well. And then Sam Brown does a little bit of everything.
And Chris Williams can shoot the 3.
Absolutely he can, yep.
But he's had greater success this year by backing his defender to the basket.
Olin Chamberlain couldn't get the last one to go, and LaSalle wins the basketball game 60-42.
Good, guys.
Dan, your final thoughts on this one today?